I unmuted mid you saying, "Do it!
Do it!"
I'm sorry, is this mic hot? Is this a hot mic?
Oh, hello, Balthazar.
Oh.
Spoiler? Balthazar, when
Say.
did you get
What
here?
How you doing here?
Balthazar.
This is absolutely a spoiler. Me, I'm ready. We can
Balthazar.
stream. I'm so ready. Also me, on the wrong... There we go. There we go. We should
Wait,
be,
who's that?
someone who is visually distinct from Balthazar should now be on
very
screen. Yes,
different.
yes.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, this is not Balthazar.
Legally distinct Balthazar. Oh dear.
Definitely not Balthazar. I think we should call him Barty.
Oh, Barty.
Yeah, Barty, who is a completely average, totally different person.
Yeah. Completely average half elf.
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to week 2, episode 2 of a game that we've absolutely never played before,
Not even
and
once.
are streaming online for the first time ever. This is Hellions of Carnocht. You're on my channel. I am Doodle, who is the current game master. I say as though there's ever going to be another game master. If there's another game master, I'm going to punch him.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah,
This
I will
is your
defend
game.
my game. Yeah. But welcome to week 2.
Hooray.
There were so many happy faces in chat. Hi.
Hello.
So I suppose we're all here to play D&D. In which case, I will get Pathfinder 2e.
Yeah,
I will
we're
get
not.
the
We
Yeah.
don't play D&D here.
No.
yeah. I'll get through the official warning section, which is that Hellions does explore some adult themes, including but not limited to drug use, sexual situations, and violence. If any of this bothers you, we care so much more about you than our viewer numbers, so please take a step back and go and do whatever you need to do. There is always a recap that you can watch later when you're in a better headspace, or if something is incredibly disturbing, please feel free to alert us to that, because we would like to know. You can tell us at the Discord, which you can find the link to that somewhere in chat. I don't know what the bot call up for that is.
It's surprisingly
knows
Discord.
all of that. Wow. What's it doing being that? That's so strange. Never would have guessed.
No, it's hard to figure out. I should work on that.
And Hellions is, as it has always and never been before, a Pathfinder 2e actual play. Please bear with us. We're all still kind of learning to play Pathfinder. Some of us more so than others. By which I mean me.
That's part of the
Me,
fun.
I still don't know what I'm doing at all.
You also seem to have picked like the most involved class.
Yes.
No, there's just a process here. I'm investigating stuff.
So thank you all for joining us for our second only session that has ever been in all of space-time. And we shall play with these lovely people. Gwynn, since you are first in line, Sedona, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sedona. I am an animator, and I play Gwynn, who's studying magic. And apologies in advance, I'm on the tail end of a cold, but I promise the vocal fry will not go away. Ready?
Yeah.
Babs. I play Noelani. I'm a writer, and you can find me at Mustache Babs online.
And who's Noelani?
What's that? I don't know. She's a little magus rogue. We're just gonna keep spewing weird facts about our our characters every week.
Yes,
Oh
weird
my gosh,
facts.
that just like blasted me back to the past. That doesn't exist. That never happened.
That never happened when we would tell people
that never ever
facts and-
happened. When we
Yeah.
would say weird facts about our characters at the start of every session.
Yeah. We could start
I mean, you
thinking
can
of
do
weird
that.
facts
I'm not.
again.
Yeah, I'm not stopping you all from doing that.
Hello everybody. I'm Dodger. I play Yulie. He is a little investigator. She's an anxious bean, but she loves a good mystery. And I don't have a fact. I wasn't prepared. I'm also an anxious bean. I'm sorry.
Love that.
And if you're done, hello, I am Nick. I play Tink. I also play our head controller here at Stream Central. So please tag me in chat if there's like any audio issues or any visual glitches or anything. That's me. And I am a tattoo artist / illustrator. I mostly just draw this asshole. And yeah, you can find me at Nickterhorst or at nick.tattoos everywhere. And Tink is a inventor alchemist, I believe now. He's an artificer. He's an artificer, but that doesn't exist in Pathfinder. So, inventor alchemist, who is a good boy who's never done anything wrong.
Invented
Never done
Bluetooth last
anything
week.
wrong.
Yeah, he invented Bluetooth just last week. Fantasy
That's
Bluetooth.
so true.
Fantasy
Dang.
legally distinct Bluetooth.
Me too.
I would just like to state that this cast in particular is responsible for everything that I have ever had to think up on the spot in a D&D session that I've just had to sigh about after.
What do you mean?
I think
Nothing. I love you. I think it's great.
I
it's
think
wonderful.
legally distinct fantasy Bluetooth
Yeah. Green tooth.
is a perfectly green tooth is a perfectly reasonable yes and to have thrown at you in a D&D game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Some of you may have realized that Dani, Yenna, is not here today. Unfortunately, Dani had to step out because of being a little bit sick. It's apparently been going round. So they will be joining us again next week, hopefully, if they are feeling much better.
Yeah, everyone wish Dani a happy get well soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Dani's absence, Yenna will just be taking a back seat for this session.
Mhm.
We also wanted to hold some space for Babs today.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm a writer, but also sometimes I stream here on the Twitch as well. You can find me at Mustache Babs, and tomorrow I'm gonna be interviewing the devs for Gala Games, who have a new game coming out on Friday called Culebra and the Souls of Limbo. So you should stop in. It's at noon Eastern tomorrow at Mustache Babs. Thanks, DM.
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
Yeah.
Super cool, yeah. It is on my calendar, so everybody else should be there too. What a bunch of talented people. Playing a bunch of absolutely hectic characters.
Arfs.
Oh, I'm
Some
sorry.
anxious
Would you like
beans.
some more compliments? I can give
No.
you those. Talking about not accepting compliments, let's get back to the Hellions crew, shall we?
Oh wow.
Yay. Let's climb those. Wait, discs? What are we trying to
Platforms?
do again?
Floating
Floating platforms?
We're doing platforming IRL, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. And there's boys up there. And there's boys up there? 3 boys.
There's 3 boys. By boys we mean monsters.
Yeah.
This is the least hectic recap of a Hellion session I think we've done.
I think again,
We're in
perfectly
class.
reasonable.
All right, chat. We're at school. It's adventure school. We are in our very first class ever. For reasons, quote unquote, we're all in the same class and we're trying to climb up some platforms before everybody else does. And there's 3 boys.
Maybe we
There's
get a
3
prize,
boys.
maybe.
Perfect recap.
We did all of our
Last-
prep work last session, and now we're ready to climb up and meet the 3 boys.
I had a whole little intro planned
Nope.
and a little recap.
No,
Nope.
no.
Sorry.
This is it now.
Nope.
Sorry.
Send that back. Send that back.
I'm so sorry. I'm putting it away.
I think we're ready to go.
Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely ready to go. Around you in the courtyard is the chatter of about 50 other students, We had left off just as you had amassed everything that you needed in quotation marks, to climb the platforms and reach the end goal of this assault course in the class titled Learn How Not to Die. Try not to die. Which is an
Did we-
essential for all adventurers.
Did we establish that both Tink and Gwynn have absolutely taken this class before?
Yes, yeah, they're doing a remedial class on it, essentially.
Extra credit.
Rude.
For Gwyn, it's very much still a class that second years take. It's a class that you're supposed to take the entire time that you're at the school. For Tink, it's a case of you haven't touched this class in about 8 years.
Yeah, why? I took it twice. It's fine.
Yeah, they stopped asking you to take it after you finished the course
Nice.
almost a decade ago.
I see nothing
But
wrong
now
with
they're
this.
making you do it again. Obviously, someone handed over your paperwork and was just like, we don't have any up-to-date grades for this guy in the last 8 years. Maybe we should get those. But yes, overhead is the faint whoop, 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 whoop of floating platforms that appear to have a mechanical undercarriage, if you will, of clockwork just spinning around. That's
And
yes?
this time we do not have Bernard, correct? We have Yenna. It was
Mhm.
a team of 5.
It's a team of 5. Yeah.
It's a team of 5. Yenna is your 5th,
Right.
or at least she is right now. Because
No.
the very last thing that you guys did last session was a perception check, in which Yenna realized that a group of other students had started before the professor had blown the go whistle,
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
several
not
of them
fair.
had climbed up to a platform. In seeing this, Yenna had pulled off a shoe,
Mm-hmm.
rolled back for a throw, and let that baby rip towards the entire group, and had essentially caused a discombobulation of fright and doubt in said student body, where 2 of the students had jumped off the ledge back down to the ground, leaving 3 others behind, who are staring at a shoe, incredibly confused. It is at the precise moment that you all realize that this has happened that you hear, once again, the angry voice of Professor Riven as he blows the whistle 3 times in sharp succession and storms over, being like, "Who did that? Who threw a shoe? Who? Whomst amongst you?" And his eyes land on Yenna, who is guiltily shoeless. And she looks at him, she looks down at her shoe and goes, "Not me." Only to immediately be met with such a flat look of, "You're not even in uniform." Well, I can see that we're going to have issues here. And before you can all even think about it, Yenna is being shuffled away from you all. Feel free to roll perception if you'd like to hear what Professor Riven is hissing beneath his breath at her as he walks her to the sidelines of the entire courtyard.
Yeah.
Love
Absolutely.
to. Ooh,
We need to know
28.
this later. And a 17 for Noelani.
I rolled no.
We do love a no roll.
Mm-hmm.
Not good enough.
All right. In which case, Yulie, I believe you're the only one who appropriately hears the small hiss of, "Your brother will absolutely have my head if you get hurt doing this.
Mhm.
He'll deal with you later. Sit here. No interfering with the students."
She files
And
that away for later.
Yenna just very primly sits down, flouncing her skirts around her, and goes, Yep. I'll just sit here.
That much
Gee.
trouble, right? She's not
Yulie
an
raises
actual
her hand.
student.
I love that both of you spoke at exactly the same time.
I know. I'm
Um,
waiting. Yeah, Babs, you go first. Sorry.
No, I think like mine is unrelated because like as you catch that, like Noelani sort of like looking at Gwynn and Tink as we're like, I'm like, she can't get into that much trouble, right? She's not an actual student, so that would suck if she got in trouble.
Yulie has her hand up as he walks by them.
on his
Excuse
way
me?
back, Riven kind of stops in his step and goes, "Yes."
Well, we didn't realize that she wasn't a student, and so she was our fifth, and I don't think that it's really fair that we now only have 4. It's not really our fault. So,
Yeah, well, kid, unfortunately, we divided the class after the numbers that I'd taken, and she was in the head count, so there's no one left over.
right, but shouldn't you have noticed? Since it seems like you recognize her. Shouldn't you have known that she wasn't in the class?
Probably. But I didn't, so I guess it sucks to be your team.
Okay.
Unless, of course, there's a volunteer from any other one.
I think that's
I mean-
probably fine.
If you would like someone else to join your team, you may all roll a diplomacy to look as persuasive as possible.
I'd
don't
like-
think we need another person.
I was gonna say I'd like to roll a intimidation. I don't
Wait,
want anyone
okay.
else to enjoy
Yulie
it.
absolutely would feel like this was unfair, so I'm still gonna roll diplomacy, but I love the idea that we're working against each other here.
I'm not very
Okay.
intimidating, don't worry.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 5.
Is anybody else rolling?
I think if anything, Gwyn would be like, well, I feel like at least we should get an extra artifact if we, or like item, because we've lost person. We should level the playing field a bit.
Sure, yeah, here's your extra artifact, and you get thrown a lighter.
Is there
It's
anything?
not a special lighter, it is just a
It's
lighter.
just
that he
a
uses
lighter.
for
Wow.
lighting cigarettes. One of which is just kind
Nice.
of puffing away already still.
She'll toss it over to Tink, maybe.
Yeah, Tink will take it. He'll like
Nice.
assume that there's something up with it for a moment and like light it and like flick around in his hands and then realize it's just a lighter and put it in his pocket. He's just stealing Riven's lighter at this point.
It's a really nice lighter, man.
Yeah.
It's all like gold casing. There's a little skull engraved on the outside.
Here, yeah, no, he's like, oh, fucking sick. And he's just like puts that in his pocket.
That goes missing, it's on your heads. I want it back end of class. Understood? Understood. Okay, we're good. Alright, everybody. On the count of 3, get off that platform. You see, he finally noticed that there are other people who've tried to start before he'd realized. And in the space of a breath, you see an entire team slapped with detention and forced to go last.
Yeah, get out of here,
Oh.
idiots.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Oh.
But on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. A whistle blows through the air. I want you all to roll dexterity, athletics, acrobatics, whatever you would like to roll. Reflex, sorry. It's not dexterity in this game, it's reflex.
I mean, there's both. Reflex is the save.
Oh my god, why is this game so much?
I mean, there's still the
Acrobatics
normal
and
ones.
athletics, yeah. If you want a regular roll, it's acrobatics or athletics.
Sure,
Oh,
let's go with
God.
athletics or acrobatics or
Okay.
acrobatics, which is what I was about to say.
Please. No.
May I
Hey,
continue?
who's
to-
feeling strong? Does someone want to drag me?
May I continue to roll engineering?
You may.
Thank you. Fuck. I have a +9. It's going to work is the thing.
What did you get though?
An 11.
Yep.
Listen, we're not necessarily an acrobatics or an athletic team or really very prepared for this, but what we lack in all of that,
I think
we
we are prepared. We're prepared. It's just acting on the preparation.
yeah, we make up for in enthusiasm.
Oh,
Gwyn, please
absolutely.
give me an athletics or an acrobatics.
Yeah, sorry. Oh no. That's. I'm trying to see which. Okay. It still sucks, but enjoy.
Like, this is just for you guys getting to the platform.
yeah.
He blew the whistle when everybody was just standing around in groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tink's walking over.
Yeah.
Like, behind like, he's, I think, keeping pace with, like, Yulie and Gwyn.
I was gonna say, I think Yulie was like really excited to get moving, but everybody's so much bigger than her. She was like,
Aw.
oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Noelani's, like, on the platform.
No, let's
Noelani's like,
not.
all right, guys, first
That
step
was
done."
that was an 18. Let's not.
No, but the 18 means that you get there just as two other teams get there, Noelani, and your team is not with you.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
like,
get to watch these two other teams kind of sitting together trying to figure out how they're going to get up there. And one of them is trying to build a ladder. The other one is like trying to throw one of their teammates up there. You see them going 1, 2, 3, hop!
yeah, there you
And
go.
a small halfling kind of flies through the air.
And remind me, these things are like 10 feet off the air, right?
Yeah, they're not
Off the
too
ground?
far. They're not too far off the ground, but they're far enough to make it a challenge.
Right. Okay.
So yes, the first platform is 10 foot.
Okay. All right, and as you all get there, no, and it's like, all right, yes, like we've got this team. Should we try to? We can do that since this will be the smaller one, or we can just. There's always magic items, and she's holding the amulet, like offering the opportunity to use it.
well, I mean,
What
I
does
think
your amulet do?
it is an amulet of Misty Step. Or
Yes.
Dimensional Assault. Not Misty
Dimensional
Step.
assault, but-
Sweats.
Sweats.
Text
Legally distinct Misty Step.
Legally
Yes.
distinct Misty Step. I mean, whoever goes up there should
Mhm.
be the strongest person. And I'm gonna throw it out there. I think that's probably you. He looks at Noelani.
I mean, I can anchor, I guess. But I don't actually need this, and so she'll offer the amulet. It's like I can do this. It points out the amulet by myself.
Okay,
I just can't bring anybody with me, so
So 2 people can go up there.
yeah.
Tink looks at Gwyn and Yulie.
So who's the other person who's getting the amulet? You see,
I-
one team has already made it onto the platform.
Okay, I feel like logically I should be one of the people that gets pulled up because I'm smaller.
Okay. Do we have rope? Is there rope in that bag we
I don't
got?
think we're that.
There's gotta
There
be
is
rope.
absolutely rope. Yeah.
Yeah,
There is
yeah.
rope.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Rope. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Noelani goes up and then potentially Tink, since you sort of developed something to interface with these.
Well, we'll see. He's still like very clearly tinkering with it. But I mean, hopefully, yes, the intention is to interface with these. And what now? Did they say that we had to just like get to the final platform, or?
I think we just have to
Instructions
get
unclear.
up, right? I think there's an end goal, maybe.
Maybe there's like a note or like a button we can press, and they'll like do a little fanfare if we press it.
Okay. Either way,
Okay.
first step is getting up, right?
Yes.
So let's do that
Here.
first.
And I'll give it to Gwyn. I'll give the amulet to Gwyn. It's
Okay.
like whether you use it or not, that's up to you. Okay, here I go.
All right.
Noelani, go up.
Yeah, I will cast one of my focus spells, and I will use Dimensional Assault.
All right, dimensional assault. For those at home, definitely not for me.
Mm-hmm. The definition of it is, or the description of it is, I stumble through space, making a short dimensional hop to better position myself. Originally for an attack, but I'm just trying to get to a square in range that's within reach. And then if I wanted to, I could make a strike against a creature within my reach after that. The range is half my speed, which is perfect because this is 10 off the ground and my speed is 20, so it would be 10. And flavoring wise, I think you all, like, she sort of turns around, she's like, okay, here I go, and she sort of like puffs herself up. It's like to like amp herself up, and then she sort of blinks out and leaves behind this like trail of like sort of like the effect you see when it's like the asphalt's too hot and it's got like iridescence like colors to it.
Ooh.
Pretty fucking cool.
Very cool.
And hopefully I'm at the top of the the
You are
platform now.
indeed. Which means, Noelani, you have just nominated yourself as the person to roll initiative for your full group.
Oh dear.
Because I have a 0 in that.
Good.
Great. That's an initiative of 6.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I think. Let me double check. I think initiative is also a perception roll, so I think you still get your perception bonus, but some people get an
Ooh.
additional bonus too.
Oh.
Yes.
Possible.
Because everything's an initiative roll in this game.
Okay, so
In
if
case
I
you couldn't
want,
tell, Nick is the only one who has for a very long time played Pathfinder.
so if I want to
Allegedly.
investigate something right now, we're in initiative. I have to wait. Yeah.
Your team is an initiative. This basically just lets me know where you guys are falling in the race so far.
I see.
And what you do each turn will either knock another team back or bring yours forward. To thoroughly explain, you can absolutely sabotage other teams if you would like to play the game like that.
We're playing our game.
Yeah, we're playing a nice game.
I mean, yeah, of course we are.
Yeah. Not that Tink's trying to rewrite what the game is, but that's still a nice game.
And the way that this is going to work is successes and failures. Each time it is your team's turn, you will take an action, each of you will. You can decide amongst yourselves what that is and how that happens, but between all 4 of you, you will each have to roll for a success in something. And then we will add up those successes.
Okay.
Okay. And that will tell me how far ahead you are in the race.
Yeah.
Does that make
from
sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
The platform is like, oh, okay, it worked. And I will busy myself sort of trying to like uppies Yulie and Tink with rope or otherwise what our plan is.
I think Tink, as he's like working away on his little controller, is going to hand it to Yulie and be like, "Can you hold that for a sec?"
Sure. Yeah.
And grab the coffee out of the pack and just wordlessly make himself small and like land on Yulie's shoulder.
Oh. Okay.
And be like, "This seems more convenient, but I can't have that."
Right. Okay.
Okay, so Tink is small for the next 5 minutes.
Yes, for this entire thing, Tink will be tiny, figuring out how to do
Fantastic.
his little machine. He can be
I put
inside
you-
the machine now.
Can I put you in a little pocket?
Hell
with
yeah,
my,
you can.
With my pens. Okay.
Pocket Tink.
Pocket Tink.
So which of you is teleporting up? Is it going to be a Yulie teleport?
It should be. Gwyn has the amulet.
Yeah,
It
Gwyn
should be
has
Gwyn.
Gwyn has the amulet. I think Yulie, we're hoping that we're just gonna like pulley Yulie up with rope.
Yeah.
While I'm down here, I was going to make an investigation into how other people are getting up to see if any of their methods are working like better or really efficiently, and we can sort of mimic some of it.
Well, you can see the teams around you have certainly been trying out a multitude of methods. Please roll a peepers for me.
Okay. This is part of my investigation, so I get a +1.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I rolled a 19. Plus
To remind any of those watching, Yulie
29.
has an ability to set a main investigation, and that is currently this entire assault course.
Yeah. Okay, I got a 30, gang.
Oh,
I love Pathfinder.
Nice. When it works, it works.
Big number
You
go
know,
up.
Big number go up. I love it so much.
A 30. Hot damn. Okay. Yeah, one team to your left is made entirely of humans, and they've built a human ladder.
Okay.
So two of them are just kind of sitting one on top of the other shoulders and helping the others get hoisted up, and then they're pulling the others up. None of them seem to have realized that they've got rope in their backpacks.
Okay.
The next team across from them are
Fucking
2
humans,
elves
dude.
and 3 dwarves who have all been trying to lasso one of the spiky parts of these platforms. They've succeeded, and 3 of them are already on the platform. But the last one in particular is having a little bit of difficulty climbing up the rope. You get the impression that she's not the most athletic person in the world.
Okay.
One of the other teams has obviously got an experienced spellcaster among their numbers who has cast Longstrider on the group, or I forget what the Pathfinder equivalent is called, but essentially has doubled their ability to jump, and they are just jumping from the bottom to the top.
Okay. Yeah, that's effective.
Yep. 3 of the other teams are already up there with Noelani, and you hear a strange beep noise as Noelani, you see several teams are up there. 2 of them have been squabbling over who gets to press the button at the center of the platform first. Because they figured out there was one and that it needed to be hit.
Right. I think at realizing that I'm sort of like busy myself, like setting up the rope or whatever, it's like, there is a button up here.
Noelani, in setting up the rope, please just give me a straight up d20 roll. This will be your success or fail.
Let me down.
Or a survival check, whichever you would prefer.
Why not? Survival it is. That is a natural 20 for a
Oh,
25.
yes.
So,
You definitely preferred that survival check.
yes.
That is a rope, and that is one full success. Yulie, is there
Nice.
anything that you are doing with the information that you've been given?
I don't know that any of it really applies to us, but Yulie would definitely be like insisting that someone should press that button.
Well, I mean, we need to get up there first.
Yeah. I'm
We
not
have
leaving
to
you
all
guys
be there to
behind.
press it.
Yulie, if you would like to actually do another peepers check or a survival check, whichever you would prefer, you can have a look at the elf that's halfway up that rope
Okay.
already and see if you can maybe copy some of the climbing style.
17, 27.
Nice.
27?
Yeah.
I'll give you a +2 to your athletics roll to get up that rope.
We all passed the
man,
gym
my-
class.
Bro, This +10 in perception is doing so much work for me. Okay, yeah, if I can start climbing, I will start climbing.
Yeah, and in starting climbing, you realize that the elf has actually kind of made a little ledge for themselves with the rope underneath their foot. So you kind of do the same things, and it gives you a lot more stability when you're climbing up. Please
Okay.
go ahead and roll athletics with that extra +2.
I want you to know that with a +2, it gets me to a flat 0. So thank you for that.
That's amazing.
Oh, Tink.
Oh no.
Okay, I rolled an 8.
Okay. You're struggling.
Me
You are
too.
definitely struggling.
Helping too.
Noelani, you see Yulie struggling, but that is definitely a fail for your group. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, gang.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
We're hanging onto the rope. Tink's like talking Yulie through like, no, you don't have to climb up. Just don't let go. Like
Yeah.
she's very
Well,
clearly
honestly,
like
I don't know if I was the strongest.
My arms are like shaking.
yeah, and he's like, no, you don't have to be nervous. Like it's okay. The clerics are on standby. I'm sure. Like
You're like 2 foot off the ground.
yeah. Except Tink's like, I don't want to fall from here.
Gwynn, what are you doing?
I think because of what's going on with the struggling to get up the rope, I think we might take advantage of that medallion and try to poof herself up there and try to help pull the rope up.
Okay. The medallion, yeah, what is your movement speed?
Mm, 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 mm. Good question. I think it's just 30 feet. Yeah, 30.
Nice.
Okay, then yeah, you can get up there absolutely. So you phase into existence as you feel time-space warp,
Nice.
Oh,
and it very much feels like space is folded in two, and you just step across and you're on the platform.
thanks. I hate it.
Yeah, there is definitely like a whoa moment after where you feel like the lurch of your stomach being like, that's not something that people are naturally meant to do, maybe? But there's Noelani trying to hoist up the rope.
It's a
Gwyn will-
cantrip, so I just think it's funny. You can see she's got like a mage hand that's helping her, and she's like straining all of her arms, like just to hold them up.
That's really cute.
Oh dear. Yeah, Gwyn will rush over and grab if there's any extra rope like behind or ahead, like
Yeah.
she'll grab whatever extra slack there is and assist
Yeah.
in pulling.
If you assist Noelani in pulling,
Yes.
first, you get the achievement Wingman.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Second, I have to warn you, this would count as your success or failure for this turn.
I think that's okay.
Yep, okay. You hear the beep of the button being pressed another time behind you. But go ahead and roll 2 strength checks for me, please.
Okay.
Or let's
Like
make it
each
an
of us,
athletics.
does each of us get one strength or do I roll twice? That's
You're
You both. Well,
Okay.
I was gonna say you both can roll.
okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Okay. My athletics is 21.
Whoa.
Non-natural. Yeah.
Didn't even need me. Mine is 18.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Noelani, Gwyn, you managed to hoist up Tink and Yulie with
Oh.
not a whole lot of issue, considering Tink is tiny. If Tink had been full size, this definitely would have been a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But you managed to pull them both over the edge. That's 2 successes for your group right now.
Hooray.
And another beep happens just as you reach the top. So
Oh.
3 teams have pressed that button.
Okay.
Press a hit.
I mean, I'd run over, but I'm tiny. One of y'all press the button.
Just throw Yulie across to the button.
Don't throw
I
you.
I slam it.
Gwynn, give me an athletics check for throwing Yulie.
No! No!
Gwynn has the strength for that. Also,
If you're
her
throwing
name is
anyone, throw
Tink.
Tink.
Yeah. I just don't trust.
Are you
Tink to have
big
the
enough
math.
to
my
push it
God.
down?
Who knows?
Oh my god. Go ahead. Go ahead. I would like athletics for throwing Tink, please.
Which of us is throwing Tink?
Nominate someone.
Your idea.
Yeah,
It was
you
your
apparently.
idea.
You're the
You.
only one I
I'm-
think who knows
I'm
him
the one
well
who
enough.
said we
I'm
should
normal
do it.
running. I'm normal running
Yeah.
to the button.
Do I have
Is
a
it-
good? I don't want to throw him off the platform.
Listen, this is the
This is the consequences to your chaos.
yes, this is the consequences to your actions.
Fine. This is the consequences to me making a silly joke. Okay.
The Italian silly jokes are canon here.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Okay. What am I? Is it athletics again for Yeet
Yes,
and Tink?
please.
Okay, one athletics.
Give
Oh,
me a
shit.
yeet.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. I was like, as long as it's not a nat 1, Tink can deal with the consequences.
Beautiful. Tink, I am going to need an acrobatics roll from you. please.
Absolutely.
And this is for the landing.
Yep. You'll never believe that this boy just rolled a 25 acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. Okay, like a
There he
tiny
go.
bullet. You just you go through the air so fast that you're like, oh, holy shit, this was a bad idea. And then just as you think you're gonna pass the button, you slow down on the arc of your throw just enough for you to be able to angle down towards the button. How would you like to hit that button?
Uh like landing like a little gymnast, but like shocked to have done so. It's just like, what just happened? but sticks the landing.
Like an Olympic little medalist.
Yes.
You hit the button, you feel it click, you hear the beep. And then you gracefully rise out of the crouch that you had landed in. And hold your arms in the air.
Yeah.
Noelani gets up to here now. It's like, oh, yay! Are you okay? I should probably move you as like more
Yeah,
teams
yeah,
probably
yeah.
trying to press the button.
The arms go to like uppies.
Yeah, I'll take
That
I'll
is
pick up
3
Tink.
successes. I was gonna say I'm gonna need a dex save on you picking up Tink, please, because one of the other teams has also been running for the button and is gonna slam their hand down.
Fair.
Oh no.
Do I
are
get
we
to roll a
saying
reflex on this?
Reflex?
or-
Yeah, we're thinking this is a reflex.
Yeah, that's
or-
dex
Yeah,
save.
it's a check for you, Noelani, for picking Tink up, and Tink, it is a reflex save for you to avoid the hand.
Wonderful. Significantly less, 11.
15 for me.
What teen? You cut out for
17.
Ah.
Okay. Tink, you don't quite make it out of the shockwave range of the hand slamming down. You are tiny Tink sized, and oh my god, the button is moving, and you end up in a tumble towards Noelani's hand, but Noelani, you manage to grab Tink before anything untoward happens. Your team has 3 successes for this round.
Yay.
Yay.
It does mean that there are 3 teams ahead of you, and you can see that they're all making their way to the next platform.
Okay, we
But
got
it means
this.
that there are 2 teams very much behind you.
Yeah.
Please write
Now
down
we-
the number of successes. I will need you to add them all up at the end.
I'll put them in game chat.
That's right.
Oh wow. There we go. Sorry about that.
But hey, the nice thing about being in third is that you get to watch 3 other teams handle the next platform.
Yeah.
which is that the first team has definitely formed an alliance with the second team. You
What?
see that together they've built a rope bridge.
That's extremely rude, and I don't appreciate it. And I would like to, I'd like to be trying to, like, figure out how to make my magical Bluetooth work on my way back to Yulie.
That will be your turn for the next round. I would like all of
Okay,
you to
sounds good.
roll peepers, please.
No.
Another 19. Homie, let's go.
Showed up today. The dice.
No,
Mine
that's
didn't.
a 29 for me.
15.
You're looking at your machine, you know, so you're busy otherwise. I was also a 15.
Yulie?
I was a 29.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
All right, cool. So as the next round starts and you see that two teams have already made it, they've made a little rope bridge and they are trying desperately to figure out how to pull it up behind them so that the third team can't use it because they're already thinking about it. You see that the platform that they have just gotten to is made of 3 concentric rings that are all spinning. And as it spins, it's not as though it spins flat to the ground. It's not like an airport moving floor situation. We're talking about a whole ring flips up, out, and over. And you watch an entire team fall to the ground.
Oh no.
Luckily, Featherfall catches them. You get the impression that maybe that's built into part of the system.
So no one
Onto
dies
this
horribly
current
in
platform.
school.
I think maybe
What was
just
that,
in
Noelani?
general.
When they fall onto this platform we're currently on.
No, they fall down to the beginning.
Oh. Okay.
Real kind of getting over it situation here. So what you're saying is now we're in second.
Yeah, now you're in second. And you see them
Hey.
asking the team that they formed an alliance with for help back up, and the other team's like, sorry, nothing we can do. Bye, sucks to suck. And they are just on their lonesome trying to get back up to the first one again.
This is
Professor
hard.
Ribbon is off to the side on his own little platform, literally narrating what's going on.
For
Like,
who?
oh, and
What
that's a
sports
nasty fall.
commentator?
Yeah, that's a nasty fall for the team that was in second place. But looks like they're getting back up and at it as quick as they can. As his entire voice changes for me to do sports commentation.
Maybe the timing is that something we could like maybe count the minutes between it or something, and that way we can get up there before the ring flips us out.
As you are talking, Noelani, the second innermost ring flips.
Okay, can we glean any information from seeing this happen more than once now?
You can roll. What are your laws, actually?
My lores, what a great
Yeah.
question. My lores are conspiracy and cryptography.
I see. Incredibly helpful in this circumstance.
Very helpful right now, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would let you roll a crafting to try and figure this out.
Ooh, that's got to be a Tink, right?
Can I roll a crafting to try and figure this out?
You can indeed. Yulie, I would also let you roll a straight up intelligence.
Okay. Let's see. I've also got good bonus to crafting? Could I roll to crafting?
Yeah, you can roll crafting if you want to. Anybody who wants to can roll.
Oh my gosh, bro. This die is doing so well. It would be another 29.
Oh hell
Um,
yeah! I got 26.
But my kid just got up, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll give out the 29 information then. There is definitely a timing to the flipping of the circles.
Mhm.
You see that the between them there's about 10 seconds, and then the entire thing stops for about 20, and then it flips again. So 10 seconds in, the first ring flips. Another 10 seconds, the second ring flips. And then it will just stay flat for 20 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. So we probably want to get up there after the first ring is done, so that way we can like stand on that, wait for the second one, make our way in, press that button.
Yes.
Does it need to be all of us, or
Yeah, that's the real question. DM, in terms of seeing the other teams buzz the button, has it seemed to be any of the other teams there's been any repercussion if the whole team's not on the platform or something?
So far, you haven't seen a team try unless they've all been on the platform.
I mean, we could also all just get tiny, but then for the third platform, there'd only really be one of us at normal size.
Yeah, and getting up there, I think, will probably pose a problem because there's still like we still have to like climb up effectively, right?
Mhm.
Well, funny you should mention that. Team 2, who is now Team 1, I guess, are trying to pull back that rope bridge.
Okay.
Or they
Unless
Well,
you
want
want
to
to do
pull it
something
from
to
down here.
stop them.
Yeah, I say we climb up that and take points to the rope bridge. Like, let's just go.
Can we grab it fast enough? Let's.
Yeah, make a run. We'll make a run for the rope bridge.
All right.
If you would all like to roll athletics to see if you can get to that rope bridge before they pull it up.
I will be riding on whoever I'm riding on, so I will not.
You will be rolling because
Okay.
Yulie is currently unavailable.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll roll for Yulie.
You're Jaegering.
I'm gonna go Jaeger Yulie.
Ratatouille.
This Ratatouille thing, it's really working out for
It's
us.
really working out for us. Is it athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, please.
Okay. One of those has a 0 and one of those has a 7.
I think I know which is which.
Yeah. Listen, 14's a pretty good straight roll.
Solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's very solid. And also goes for the fact that Yulie was so much slower than everybody else in running to the first platform. Because it holds true here.
Wow, rude.
Noelani, you get there first, and you are, like, grabbing that rope bridge. Which means that the other team can't really pull it back.
Yeah.
She'll give them a little wave.
They kind of just stare at you dumbfounded for a second, and then make a human chain to see if they can, like, tug of war it away from you. Gwynn, what are you doing? You're the second one there. Gwynn.
Oh, Sedona's muted.
Oh dear. Okay.
I do think Tink just shouts like, "Just start climbing."
Sorry.
No, you're
Sorry,
good.
I sneezed too hard.
You're so good.
Either way. So I think Gwyn is going to try to grab a part of that rope again too, and hope for the best.
Wonderful and beautiful.
Take our
So
chances in winning the tug of war with them, but
For a not very strength-heavy team, y'all are sure doing a lot of strength-heavy stuff.
You've given us a very physical course.
Made out of magic, man.
Well, the
Not this
blue-
magic,
not a-
not up magic.
Oh, magic.
I'm not made of up magic.
The green tooth is not habilitated yet, okay? We're working
No.
on it.
Can I roll it for it?
Roll for green tooth?
You can roll for green tooth because you're technically in Yulie's pocket. I'm gonna need rollies from Gwynn and Noelani. Strength, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah.
Wait, athletics or strength?
Strength.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I did that. Wait.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not used to holding ropes.
Oh gosh. Um.
So that's a 5 and a 13.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have a Yulie back yet? Or are we still a Yulie down?
No.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, -1 strength. Who wants
Oh,
to
yeah,
roll for you, Lee?
Yep, if someone wants to roll for Yulie, I can always roll for Yulie if no one else would like to.
Think you got a ratatouille for Yulie?
I can Jaeger Yulie my dice that has been very treacherous today. It's a 7.
Sounds right.
-1.
No, it was an 8. It's a 7.
Okay, that's all beautiful. The other team also rolled incredibly badly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you see that actually one of them stumbles and falls backwards as the platform flips behind them and falls off the platform.
Excellent.
Oops.
But there is one really determined guy who's yanking on that rope. And she's looking across at you with her eyes narrowed. And you don't have control over the rope. It's just kind of there between you both.
Mhm.
Essentially nothing has moved or changed. But this one person
But one
is
person
enough
fell.
to be holding that rope, and one person fell.
Can I do a thing? What are we doing in terms of initiative? Yeah, like, can I act upon
for it.
our stalemate?
Yeah, of course you can. This is your turn. The moment that you started running towards the rope, it's your turn.
Great. I would like to make eye contact with this other student, and I'm like, come on, it's not like you need it anymore. And I will cast Daze on them.
Okay.
It's a 60 feet range, and I cloud the target's mind and daze it with a mental jolt. I'm not going for damage per se, it's just sort of to stun. I guess like non-lethal.
Yeah,
is
of
what I want.
course.
And then it says Jolt deals mental damage equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is +1, and the target must attempt a basic will save. If they critically fail the save, they're also stunned. And then
And what is your will? What's your spell save DC?
spell save DC is 16.
Okay, you see that they just kind of blink at you for a second, and for a longer second, they are dazed.
Okay.
We will just negate any damage, if damage is not your goal, but they are definitely dazed, and their grip on the rope turns slack. You have full control over the rope bridge. Would you like to cross it?
We will attempt to cross the bridge, team.
Yeah.
Okay.
This also counts as your first success.
Though, can I call to like at least wait until we see the platform turn?
Paying attention to the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the outermost ring of the platform doesn't move at all.
Okay, so like
Okay.
the one that this is affixed to or like mounted
Yes.
to, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you would be able to get to the other side and you'd still be safe so long as you didn't step on that second ring.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
And if you're all going to cross it, I am going to need athletics or acrobatics from you all, please.
Okay.
Be nicer to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much easier
There's no-
bridge to get across, I will say that.
You know, and in our defense, we didn't build the athletic course. The other students did. We're just utilizing what's already there, which is just good teamwork.
Yeah. Also, I got a really good roll for my engineering.
What did you get for your engineering?
25.
25. That is a
Yes.
really good roll. Tink, you think it's doing something.
Okay.
You're not sure what it's doing, but you think it's doing something. And you see that the platform that you were kind of the device itself almost mimics the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It is flat on top, and then it's got little controls underneath. And you see that the magic crystal that you had stolen as one of the parts appears to throw up a little 3D imaging of the platform across from you.
So the spinny one?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And in pressing the buttons a couple of times, would you like to just go ahead and press some things?
Yes.
Activate the green tooth.
Yes. I'd like to test my calibrations, please.
All right, cool. Just roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 6.
Okay, the button that you press, you see it instantly makes the platform on the innermost circle flip.
Okay. As we cross the bridge, I think he's going to watch and see if that means that it's reset the timing or that he's like added a new thing into the programming or what.
Okay. So can I get those athletics checks, or if you already rolled
We
them?
have put them all in
It
the
did.
thing.
Oh, so I do see. Cool. Yeah, no, you can both make it across, no problem. Can somebody roll for Yulie, please? With that -1? Well, that was a strength.
That was
but
for strength.
I mean, I can just roll I rolled a 18.
Nice.
Ooh.
In which case, yeah, Yulie can get to the other side. That is not a problem at all. It at least means that you don't get dropped just after you might have figured out your green tooth.
Yes. Yes, good.
I suppose we should call it something like weave tooth or something like that.
Probably, but it listen, we all know what it is. My wireless connection. My fantasy Wi-Fi.
Oh, you know what it is. It's
What?
a dongle.
It is. I have created a
You
fantasy
created a
dongle.
dongle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even
that's-
fantasy dongle, it's just a dongle.
It's just a normal dongle.
You can't tell me that dongle isn't what Tink would name something.
It absolutely is. It's like when you set a Wii up with candles. That's what's going
Yes.
on here.
Yes, it absolutely is.
It's the same kind of magic that exists in our world.
You all make it to the other side absolutely fine. It has definitely been more than 10 seconds though, and it hasn't flipped again.
Okay,
Do
interesting.
we boop it? How far away is the button?
So that's you've technically had 2 successes for your team so far.
Mhm.
But the button for this platform is once again in the center, on
Mhm.
that little center platform that Tink just spanned.
Yeah.
Just flipped.
And
So I guess I
Tink,
just mean like how far away.
It's about 10 feet.
Okay.
The biggest problem that you're now facing is that there's an angry team on the other side
Mm.
of also 4 people, one of whom is going to try and rush you.
Okay. Are they on any of the movable parts of this platform?
I shall roll for it. Yes, they are on a movable part of the platform.
If it is a different part, Tink would like to press a different button.
It is a different part. Go ahead and press a different button. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Before I leave it up to perfect chance, is there any way to maybe discern, like, if that was like the last button on the thing and it did that and like flipped and then
Absolutely.
stopped it?
If
You know, like, can
you-
I do a deduction kind of roll to make an educated guess?
You don't need to do a deduction kind of roll. You know what button you pressed in order to get that to flip the last time.
Okay.
If you land a 6 on this roll again,
Just roll again.
just roll again, yeah.
Okay. 2.
Okay. With a 2, the platform that you're on
We're not supposed to move. Fuck.
starts to rotate.
Okay, rotating I can do. Rotating I can do. Sorry, I think that was me.
Yeah, it's not flipping, it is rotating. The person who is trying to rush you has to make a very quick reflex save, which unfortunately they make. You watch them teeter on the edge for a second before they manage to push all of their weight backwards so that they are safely still on the platform. But that button is on the center of this platform. You still need to press that button.
Yeah.
You've got 2 successes.
Listen, I don't think you guys should be. I can flip you off of this thing.
Tink does take great pleasure in flipping things off.
Yes.
Would anybody like to back Tink's diplomacy roll here?
His tiny diplomacy roll.
Tiny diplomacy roll.
He does look very endearing sitting on his little controller.
It's a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
it's like, yeah, you know what? Yes, I will back up Tink's diplomacy role with yelling across. It's like, we'll give you the sequence. Just wait. And try to persuade them to like hesitate long enough that like me or Gwen could like run faster than them, basically.
I mean, they are distracted in listening to your diplomacy roll as things stand. But go ahead and give me a diplomacy roll, both of you.
I rolled a 26.
Another natural 20 for a 27.
Hell yeah.
Thank God we're rich. Just kidding.
Thank God we're rich. No. I'm just a guy. I'm just a normal guy.
No richness happening here, not at all.
Mm-mm.
Do you see these patches on my clothes? Poverty all the way, man.
Yeah.
Those are 2 very good diplomacy rolls. Goddamn.
We're very charming.
Yeah.
This is how
You
Tink gets
watch-
away with being an asshole.
You watch as the other team all kind of huddles together, sans this one guy who tried to rush you, who is just spinning with you on the outer platform right now. And they catch him as you guys come around again, and they're in this little huddle whispering. And then one of them pipes up with, "Yeah, all right then. Hold it so that we can press the button, but we're pressing it first."
um
like to. I guess it's a perception. I'd like to sense motive.
Yeah, either sense motive or like how do we signal Yulie to like book it because you're tiny and you're maybe behind the button.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm in.
Either Yulie or Gwyn, you guys could run and press the button while Tink and Noelani are attempting to convince the other team to form an alliance.
Oh, actually,
Oh my
can
gosh. Yes, please.
can Gwyn use her one little medallion she picked up in her pocket
Ooh.
to like do it sneaky, like run out sneaky, like see if she can,
How close
like
are we?
hide the fact that she's getting up there fast
You can indeed.
while they've distracted.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
need a stealth check from you.
Okay.
Um,
1 sec. Oh, stealth
and I'm
and
also going to need an athletics check for the run.
okay. So stealth is. Oh wait, I need to go find what my bonus stealth is too.
Yeah, Gwyn picked up a little medallion last session that has some curious side effects.
Oh. That sounds cursed.
Oh, I probably should. Okay, good to know. So it's +4, and so that's
I love Sedona's like laugh of success when something good happens.
to be fair. I laugh at my failures too. They're very funny.
You do, but it's a very different laugh though.
Okay, so it's 16 plus 8 plus 4. So, I can math. I swear to God.
28.
28. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, no. The angle at which you guys are spinning has like let you go around to an area that you think that they wouldn't be able to see you from, but also now that the platforms aren't flipping because Tink has figured out the device, somewhat at least, you can absolutely stealth your way to the button. But I am going to need an athletics check to see how fast
22.
you get there. 22?
I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it.
Okay, you are there within the amount of time that it's taken Tink and Noelani to talk about this. I will make you aware
Mhm.
that pressing the button ends your group's round. Right now, you only have 3 successes.
That's fine. We'll take. I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, I
Unless
mean,
there's
we only had
something
3
that-
successes the first time, so I feel like
Yeah,
we're doing
I'm-
okay.
I just want to ask Yulie if there is anything that you would like to do for a 4th success before Gwyn presses that button.
Bro, I still don't even fully know what's going on. So, does this button look any different from the last button, or do they look exactly the same?
They look exactly the same.
Fuck it, press it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, press the button.
She goes
Hell yeah, press the
smack,
button.
like with the flat of her hand, just bam.
Okay,
Yeah,
she goes
smack it.
smack. She goes smack just at the same time as I'm going to get Noelani and Tink to roll their little perception checks, please.
Rolling up peepers.
It's not as good. It's a 14 from me.
It's a 24 for me.
Oh, they were absolutely planning to double cross you.
Yeah.
But a beep comes from behind you guys. Who you hadn't even realized that Gwyn was moving.
Ow.
Apart from Yulie, who maybe watched this happen just because
Yeah.
you were not involved in the discussion. But yeah, Gwyn, you managed to sneak there so swiftly that no one realized that you got there. And so the little beep comes up. And the center of the platform that was flipping now starts to rise. Gwyn, you are
Oh.
being hoisted into the
Oh.
air without your team.
Get
No,
on
rush.
that, get on that, get on that.
Get in.
Gets-
We
gets
all run
on?
to join her.
We run.
Can Gwyn throw the other like medallion down the Misty Step medallion.
You absolutely can, but please give me an athletics.
Okay. That is a 15.
Okay, with a 15, you manage to throw it. It lands on the platform. Did you throw it towards any particular person?
Probably Noelani, if I
Okay,
were to
Noelani.
guess.
Noelani, it's coming towards you. It does not land in front of you. It lands behind you. Do you want to go back
Oh,
and get it?
no. How far behind me is it?
Like literally just
Ooh.
a step. But it
Can I mage hand swipe it?
you can indeed mage hand
Yeah.
swipe
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I cantrip just like mage hands, like, oh, we need that, and keep running.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
You guys are in first, and you leave behind you a bunch of swearing people from that team. The other teams are definitely and absolutely behind you at this point, but you do see that one of the teams pushes past the team that you've been trying to form an alliance with, and this is the team of elves and dwarves again. One of the elves is trying to also grab onto the bottom of the platform that is hoisting itself up because they have all just kind of rushed onto it.
If they are trying to rush and we are at a point where we aren't on any of the moving platforms, Tink will try to press another button.
I'm going to say without a roll that you all managed to make it safely onto that middle section that's rising into the air.
Okay.
Great, yay.
So you can absolutely press that if you want to flip 2 entire teams to the
Yes.
bottom.
Oh,
100%.
Absolutely, he does.
oh my god.
Well, that's fucking brutal, man.
I
but
never said this boy did not. He's never done anything wrong,
Yeah,
even
I
once in his
mean-
life. I never
But
said
let
he
it
doesn't
also
cheat.
not be said that your actions don't come with consequences. You press that button, the platform that you are on stops.
Ow.
But below you, the platform you intended to flip flips. So there are now 2 teams on the ground,
Yeah.
and you are in the air with the other platform still 5 feet above you.
Okay.
Okay, I
He
mean,
didn't so
we
bad.
can. Yeah, we can.
We can get up there.
Okay.
I'd like you all just to roll perception for me, please.
Okay.
Ooh, not great. 15.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Me also not great at 12.
Noelani, Gwynn?
A 26 for Noelani.
Oof,
Oh,
at least one of
27
you
for
has
Gwyn.
ears. 2 of
Okay.
you have ears. Nice.
Yeah.
Noelani, Gwyn, you hear the shuffling of something that sounds suspiciously alive on the next platform.
Butts.
Oh fuck!
And
Oh
way,
fuck! There's a guy up here.
yeah, way too heavy to be a student. This is a suspiciously bigger platform too.
Yeah. I communicate that it's like, I think something's already up there.
Yep.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay, so just be ready. Okay. So how do we want to do this? We can boost you and Yulie and you up, and then Gwyn and I can make our way up there.
Not if there's
Yeah,
a guy up there.
it's only 5 foot. Like you guys can kind of sort of see over the ledge if you want to stand on
Mhm.
tippy toes to have a look.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, we
maybe
got
you
tall.
two.
We got a tall boy.
Yeah.
No, Tink
No.
is
Points at boy.
Ratatouille.
No,
Tink is Ratatouille
I'm
size.
tiny.
Yeah.
I'm still
Oh,
Jaegering
But we
you.
can Simba him.
Yeah.
Hold on. I Simba Tink over the ledge.
Yeah, Simba Tink.
Think this
It's like,
is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you
I,
in your life.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Take a look. And I lift you over my head. It's like, what do you see?
In
What do I
some-
see?
At the back of your head, you think you hear a sound that sounds like Disney music.
Oh yeah.
But the sun rises over the length of the ledge, and all that you see, all that the sun touches, all that the light touches, that's the quote,
Yes.
is actually bad. It's very bad, actually. You see what is essentially a Colosseum pit. It's not a very deep one, but that sure is a strange creature sitting in the middle of it.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. What, can I... What creature? I must have taken cryptozoology once. I must know what pets Quinstus has.
Can you describe it to me?
Yulie,
I have the lore.
You have the lore, you have the lore.
How many toes does it have? Does it have fur?
I would like a performance check, please, for describing this thing.
Okay.
And
Wait,
how
I think
how
I
you
literally have
roll
a skill
will be
for this.
how I describe it.
Do you have a skill to
on.
boost my performance?
Yes, I have a skill called Clue In.
Okay.
Another creature attempts a check that could help us get close to answering the question at the heart of an active investigation.
Amazing.
They gain a circumstance bonus to their check equal to my investigation bonus. So you would get a +1. The
I got-
GM can add any relevant traits to this reaction depending on the situation, auditory, linguistic, or if you're conveying information verbally.
You're conveying information verbally, you get that +1.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say maybe as Tink is like listing characteristics, Yulie's like, oh, like this? And that's like, no, not like that. Or like maybe more like this. So that's a performance 18.
I think what you see essentially looks like a giant rabbit. But not a rabbit. You know the difference between rabbits and hares?
Mm-hmm.
This is like the difference between hares and jackalopes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I
It's
think
a
so.
lot thinner, a lot weedier. It looks definitely like it's built for hunting, and there are horns growing out of its head. It also has a mouthful of sharp teeth instead of bunny teeth.
I
And
don't
there
like it.
are stripes across its back.
Do I know what that is?
Based on that description.
Yulie, you do know what it is. It is called a farin, which is spelled F-A-R-E-E-N. And basically, it is a creature usually found in the desert that likes to hunt things that are usually about halfling size.
Oh, great.
They're actually used as race animals an awful lot because of their instinct to chase anything that moves.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Bring him down. Bring him down. Okay.
Take that.
They're they are a little bit dangerous, but more importantly, they will chase us if we run for the button.
Right.
I might have
We
something
could-
that can help with that.
Distracted? I guess we could distract it, and then one of us, we can get up there and not make a lot of noise, and then one of us can go for the button, and then the rest of us could distract it.
Yes. If they're hungry, they'll.
Something that you would know,
Yeah.
Yulie, is that they are particularly sensitive to sound as well.
Ooh. Okay.
They have good ears by which to hear you, but those good ears can sometimes be a drawback.
Do we have a way of making like a really loud noise? It might sort of mess with them long enough for us to do what we need to do.
I mean, I can probably make this explode.
He holds up the controller.
Great. Yulie seems like that's a great idea.
Like, you just make that?
Yeah.
Tink's looking at Noelani like, and? I guess he doesn't hold up the controller. He
don't
smacks
need
it.
fantasy
like-
Bluetooth.
Yeah, like this
It
whole
served
thing.
its
This whole thing.
purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, it served its purpose. We're past the one that it synced to.
Mhm.
And if its purpose now is to explode, it can be to explode. I mean, if we want to try and use it later to recalibrate it, I probably shouldn't make it explode. But if we want it to explode now, that is probably the only thing I have that I'm comfortable exploding.
I mean, I don't think I have anything that I'm comfortable exploding safely or otherwise. Okay, all right, we can do that. I mean, I could probably. Barbara is looking at Noelani spells. Does this affect the terrain? Yeah, I have scatter scree, which is verbal. It evokes a jumble of rocks in the area, so I can affect a, maybe mess up with its speed if I can hit it.
What does that spell do in particular? Can you read me
So
the wording?
it evokes a jumble of rocks in the area. The scattering rock deal bludgeoning damage equal to 2d4 plus my spell's casting ability modifiers, and it requires a basic reflex check. The ground in the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. And then a creature can interact to clear a square of the scree. So I guess it could jump over it in theory, but it affects 2 contiguous 5-foot cubes. So essentially, like if it's running towards someone, I could like mess with the ground right in front of it.
Roll an intelligence check for me, please. Or anybody who wants to, after hearing that that's something that Noelani can do.
I would love
Can
to.
also.
Intelligence check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh,
It's
11.
11 for me, not.
19?
I need to check something.
I got the
first
spells,
before I
but
can-
not the education for it, you know?
Oh,
I
okay.
got 21. I'm a smart boy.
Oh, okay. Where's my
That's a
stuff?
19
Okay.
from Yulie, and Tink's got a 21.
Yeah. Same with Gwyn.
Our brains are braining.
21.
Okay. Your brains are braining, and they're braining real good, guys. Logically, you could also use that to distract it if it runs towards you. The disturbance of the rock in a 5-square unit could be used to draw attention away from you if you are running towards the button.
Those are good points.
It has to. It essentially is drawn to any kind of movement.
Any movement. Okay. I can also try to be sneaky again. It
I would
didn't
also
work terribly last time.
I'd like you all to roll perception for me real quick.
Okay.
Taking too long.
Yeah.
Nope.
18 for a 28.
12.
Okay. The platform has begun to slowly descend again.
Oh no.
Hey, no. Tink presses the button in the middle again. Or no, wait, he can't. He's just pressed the button in the middle again.
Noelani, there are
Okay.
6 buttons in the middle.
What do you mean there's 6 buttons in the middle?
The 6 buttons.
But there was 1 button.
Oh, you mean the button button?
The button button.
Okay. I
No
thought you were
button
talking
of
about
this
your
platform.
device.
No, the button button.
Okay. So let's do all of it, right? So Noelani casts the spell in the opposite direction of us so that the babies go running toward it. Gwyn is sneaky, tries to get to button. If for some reason they redirect to Gwyn, we make a bunch of frickin' noise.
Yeah. I'll turn this thing into a bomb, I swear to God.
Maybe don't
test.
do
I'm
that.
sorry.
I'd like.
I'm sorry. I want to check in with you guys. This sounds a lot like a plan.
Are you offended that we've made a plan?
No. I just want to make sure that you're all feeling all right.
Wow.
Wow.
I liked those wows.
Of class.
Yeah, synchronized wowing thing. So are you going to try and get off the platform? Is it slowly descending back down?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna make it so it's, use as much of the height that we already had as possible, and we'll get up there.
Okay, well, in which case I would like athletic checks.
Okay.
No, that's okay.
No.
No.
Well-
You just jump on someone's back like me.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
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 Like a little tower.
Whoever is whoever is carrying Yulie.
I cling to
Yeah.
Noelani.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Noelani,
jump
you
on
roll
Gwynn's shoulder.
athletics at disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Now, no. I think this is fine because I have the amulet of dimensional assault. Noelani knows that her spell doesn't carry. I mean, it actually doesn't really say, but I'm just gonna assume it probably is only me. But could I surmise that this magical item could carry the both of us and do the thing?
Roll Arcana.
Okay. Let's go. That's a 25.
Nice.
Theoretically, you think so. You think the magic in the amulet is definitely strong enough to
Right.
carry two people. However,
Uh-oh.
you have the choice here of this is the last time you could use it, or it would have another 2 charges of the spell left.
Mm.
Platform, right? That's the third platform.
This
This is the 3rd platform. You've still got 3 more to go.
Oh,
my
there's
gosh.
3. There's 6 platforms. Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Maybe
boy.
try first, and then if you have to use it.
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I look at the amulet. It's like, okay. We can try first. And then at disadvantage. Yeah. Oh boy. That's a 12. It's not the worst, I guess.
No, with the 12, I'll say that you can manage to get yourself up. This is very much just managing to hoist yourself over this ledge check.
No, with Yulie though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Then yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Gwyn, what was your athletics? Oh, it was that 14.
Yes. Not the
Beautiful.
best.
Yes, you managed to get up as well. And
Okay.
Tink doesn't really add enough to your weight to warrant a disadvantage or anything. So yeah, you are all on that platform. You see that where you are standing right now leads into like that scooped little bowl of an auditorium. And right at the very center is the button that you've got to press.
Wonderful.
Oh.
There she go.
Ah. Jaeger time.
Jaeger time.
Those of you who have just realized that Yulie has disappeared, please do not worry or have concern. Dukes is busy.
Don't worry, I've got her.
Yeah, we're gonna Jaeger the shit out of this. And everything's gonna go perfectly because we have a plan.
Mm-hmm. There is only one of those rabbit creatures,
Wonderful.
the Farin, down in the basin of the auditorium. Gwyn, you gonna run?
Yeah, I think she's gonna. Yeah, using the stealth thing again. No, does that also have charges? Does that? I don't think that was clarified at all.
No, but can only be used in broad daylight.
Okay, and it's in. Oh, this is not stealth. It's not daylight.
It is. You know, you're still in daylight. You
So
can
we're still
run.
okay. Perfect. I heard like under something, and I was like, wait, what? Or I think my brain just like was like Coliseum has a lid for some reason. It's like the
Oh,
sky
okay,
dome.
yeah.
No,
where it can shadow.
classically, Colosseums do not have lids.
I
They
know, but
very
magic.
rarely even have roofs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I will stealth again.
Okay, roll stealth
Okay.
for me then.
Yeah. Sorry, just struggling with math again. Christ, sorry. And then my athletics is not great. I think Gwynn's getting tired of going fast. I think she's
Oh, no.
winded.
Honestly, Gwynn, same. It's definitely not easy to make your way down into the auditorium, into the Colosseum base. In part because the sides, instead of being stepped, are completely smooth. So it does warrant that you need to go fairly slow.
Yeah.
However, in going slow, you're incredibly stealthy.
Mm.
You make it onto the crunch of sand that's at the bottom of that slope inwards, and you're at the bottom of the bowl.
Okay. Okay.
So far, you have not alerted the Farine to your presence.
Okay.
I would like another stealth check to get to the center.
Okay. Part of me is tempted to wait and see if am I just trying to or are they just doing it when I need a distraction?
They're doing it if and when you need a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, I will.
Ourselves in such a way that we can like move towards the next platform and keep an eye on Gwen while keeping an eye on the
Yeah.
Farron to be like we're ready to distract if we need to.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Amazing.
distract anything. I am invisible.
That is a natural 20. That is a natural 20, everybody. That is a stealth of 32.
Let's go.
Big number. Go up.
Now I just have to make sure that rabbit peepers aren't like 50.
Rabbit peepers are very peeperin. The Farine do have very good eyesight, unless they roll a 6, which is what they just rolled.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Silent as the goddamn grave, you kind of tiptoe your way through the sand, moving purposefully slow enough that you don't catch its attention. It helps that it appears to have just become really involved in like rolling a rock with its nose. It's like, oh, if I push this way, it flips this rock, and it's just doing that in the corner, like it is the most involving thing that has ever happened to it in its life.
Amazing.
Gwen's not gonna like look at it and be like, I don't know how this is working, but okay, and just keeps going.
Gwyn, roll perception for me real quick.
Uh-oh. I don't like that. 7, wait, sorry. 30, 20.
Okay. You think you hear the softest sound of laughter. Oh, must be coming from one of the other platforms.
Uh,
You're in front of the
okay.
button. If you press the button, your round ends. You only have one success, and that is your stealth check there.
So that counts as more than one success, but you know.
Technically, it was
I
2
guess-
successes to get there. Pushes up glasses.
It was 2 successes to get there, but unfortunately, the whole action itself only counts as one success
Okay.
because it is by one person.
Team's doing any better than we are, so
Yeah. So. So, is it basically like yes, our first place counts for something, but also our number of successes counts for something? Remind me of the scoring metric.
It is basically how I am tracking your speed is by your number of successes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
But, like
if
a group,
another team gets, if another team has more successes or rolls better than you do, I essentially roll 4d20s, 5d20s, sorry, to see. And if they have more successes than you do, they do manage to catch up a bit. But that's only if they've got more successes in total.
Okay. And I mean, 2 of them fell down.
Yes. 2 of them did fall down, and they lost their successes for that. They started all over again.
Oh, amazing.
You are currently sitting at a grand total of 7 successes.
Yes, that makes sense.
okay with
is there
that.
a-
Noelani is here for a good time, not a perfect grade.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also, she's not aware of the grading, so
Yeah, I feel like if this is working, great. You know, like, I don't want to wreck a good thing.
You can get more points later, but
Yeah.
you just need to pass, really.
showed up ready. I mean, now we have gear, but I don't think anybody showed up ready to fight.
Yeah.
Mentally, not ready. Gear,
Yeah,
ready.
mentally.
Mentally,
Yeah.
no.
Can I so knowing that like the last time we pushed the button that was the platform that raised,
Yes.
can I do a little check to see if it seems like it's going to be the same this time? Like, do we need to also get into position is the question. Because I assume we've been moving in, but basically taking our time as to not, move really slowly and not like.
If you are moving anywhere towards the center of the basin, I'm going to need a stealth check from you if you're trying to not get any attention.
Okay. I think the first thing, because I'm not really moving, I'm just a little guy.
Yeah, you're ratatouilleing Yulie.
Yeah. Which having the two small humanoids, on the
Tinkatouille.
small humanoid hunting, coliseum is probably fine. But yeah, I just want to see if it'll raise, I guess, plausibly when Gwyn touches it, like, because we don't want to
Okay.
be gunning for it this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's an engineering check.
Okay.
But I'm also going to tell you that the DC for it would be incredibly high.
Okay. Then luckily my engineering is quite high, but we'll see what the dice think. Oh, the dice think no. The dice think it's a 13.
You really couldn't say. It didn't raise on the first platform, so maybe it's different on every platform. There aren't enough context clues that you can see to give you any sort of definitive answer.
Okay.
Serve that from the safety of the outer ring of the
Yes.
arena. And I feel like we're like maybe perhaps whispering this to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast message and I will ask Gwyn. It's like, hey, can you see if that platform has any rings or anything that look like it's gonna race? If so, we can come to you.
Gwyn, you can do a peepers check if you would like to look for signs of that.
Sure. No.
Give response as a reaction or as a free action on your next turn if you wish.
Okay.
What's that peepers roll?
13.
Yeah, unfortunately, even with as close as you are, there's definitely like where the button is slightly raised from the rest of the sand. So maybe it could. Maybe the functionality is there, but you don't know if it will. There's no definite signage or anything like that. And
Yeah.
you don't know how much of it is just tooling or how much of it is just how it's been designed or whether or not this has been done on purpose.
I mean, hey, worst case, we sneak in there after, right?
Yeah,
Totally fine.
We can, yeah.
I think she'll like look over and give them a like, should I hit it look. Like, do you want to get
Noelani
close?
will give her a tentative thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, she will tentatively push the button. A far cry from the last time.
Okay. You push the button and the button sounds beep and the Farine looks directly at you.
Of course.
Head down and horns facing forwards. That is where we're going to leave this session.
Okay, cool. In
Good to see
initiative.
that coming.
Yep, y'all are gonna have to
Touching
roll
reckoning.
initiative next session.
I think that my
Okay.
+1 intelligence would have done something there, but
Sometimes I simply have to leave it up to the players to remember whether or not something that has regularly made a sound will still make a sound.
No, we knew.
No,
It's the difference
listen.
between knowing and not doing, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh. But I do think that continuing on into the fight is probably something to best be done with Yulie around. In which case,
Yeah.
thank you everybody so much for joining us for our second session. You may have noticed that our sessions have been smaller. If you ever watched the existing, non-existing, never before streamed Hellions that existed in the way back when, we would stream for about 4 hours. The new, brand new, never before shown before Hellions, we will usually have a session that runs anywhere from like 1.5 to 2 hours. That's kind of where we've decided our comfort level is right now, and hopefully that makes it more bite-sized for you guys at home. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us for this session, and we will see you all next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for
See you
coming.
then, friends and foes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.